Yesterday we already saw it related to the structure of the glucose. The first point we already discussed related to the structure of glucose. First give reason, it's a linear, right? We got it by the glucose when reduction it produces N-hexane, right? So we already got it first reason. Now second reason that we want to prove it, that it's contained carbonyl group, right? We are drawing the structure of the glucose as C double bond O H OH H we are having it, right? Now first factor we proved it linear. Second factor, now we want to prove it that it's containing carbonyl group. Now see the word we are using it, I am proving it carbonyl group, not aldehyde, right? Glucose is containing carbonyl group that we want to prove it. Carbonyl can be present in carboxylic acid, it can be present in ketone, it can be even present in aldehyde. Ester also contains carbonyl group, amide also contains carbonyl group, right? All these functional groups are having C double bond O, right? So all of them are giving me an identical reactions, right? So we want to only prove it that it's a carbonyl group, not as an aldehyde. Okay, this particular point is helping me to prove that it's a carbonyl group. And what is that? Nucleophilic addition reaction. It's proved by the help of nucleophilic addition reaction. In chapter number 12, for the aldehydes and ketones, we were having it as a nucleophilic addition reaction, in which we went it for nucleophilic addition of HCN, cyanohydrine, by NaHSO3. We already proved it. If we are having it as a C double bond O, it's reacted with NaHSO3. It gets converted into COH SO3 Na, right? This was the one of the reaction that we were having it, right? Similarly, for the carbonyl group HCN, it produces cyanohydrine, aldehyde and ketone, giving us nucleophilic addition reaction. We also got it the carbonyl group reacted with ROH, specifically for the aldehyde. It produces hemiacetal, and further on the alcohol it produces acetal. If it was a ketone, it was must that it should be dihydric alcohol. Minimum 2 OH group were compulsory required for the ketone, where we got it the reaction as cyclic acetal. We got it as a cyclic acetal for it, right? Just a minute. We got it for the alcohol. Similarly, ammonia and its derivatives. The another factor we got it as an ammonia and its derivatives. The reaction with NH3. We got it as imine, right? If this group were changed, we got it as an NH2 hydrazone, phenylhydrazone, semicarbazide, right? Different skip base. If it would be having an R group, it would have become as a skip base. All these addition reactions have been given. The same addition reactions are given by aldehyde. In our textbook, they have specifically written only for HCN. It gives addition reaction with HCN, right? That is the reason why it proves that it's having it as an aldehyde group. But in place of that, except this, except NaHSO3, it does not use addition reaction with NaHSO3. Aldehyde also gives, glucose. It gives addition reaction, right, with any of these components. And that is the reason why we can say that it contains carbonyl group. Right? See, you can see it in your second point given in your textbook. It gives an addition reaction with HCN to produce cyanohydrin, which confirms that it contains carbonyl group. It gives reaction with NH2OH to produce oxime, that I told you over here. Reaction with ammonia, reaction with NH2OH. आपके चैप्टर नंबर 12 में ये सारे कंपोनेंट्स लिखे हुए हैं, अमोनिया एंड इट्स डेरिवेटिव्स, NH2Z करके लिखा हुआ है और Z का पूरा टेबल दिया है, H OH NH2OH, then it's an R, you are having it as an NH2 group also can be attached with it, that means it will become as NH2 NH C6H5 phenylhydrazine. Then another component you are having it for the carbazide, which is most important for our chapter, semi-carbazide formation, NH2, NH, CO, NH2. Right? It gives addition reaction, but specifically in our particular chapter, in this point what is given? HCN, NH2OH with oxime. Imine, oxime, skips base, hydrazone, phenylhydrazone, semi-carbazide. These are all the different components in the table of the chapter number 12 specified. Right? So what does it gives? These are the tests given by it. Right? So for glucose, what you will do? You will write it as the reaction in the form of C6H12O6 plus HCN. Right? We want to write for it. Now every time to draw this structure, it's difficult. So what we are doing it is, CHO group is there, that is fixed. Last group you are having CH2OH, that is also fixed. And in between you are having CHOH 4 times. You are having CHOH 4 times. Right? Now this is reacted with, if we write it with HCN, reacts with HCN, it produces OH, CN, H, CH, OH, 4 times CH2, OH, cyanohydrin. It produces cyanohydrin. Okay, is it clear? So this is a particular reaction through which we can prove that it has an carbonyl group. So again, yesterday already I told you, it can be a due reason. Prove that glucose contains aldehyde as a functional group. Prove that it contains carbonyl group. ये particular point के लिए कौन सा क्वेश्चन करेंगे? Prove that glucose contains carbonyl group. Okay, so that is your second point. Clear? Okay. Similarly, now I want to go it for the third point. That is, we want to now specify that it contains that carbonyl group in the form of aldehyde. We want to prove that this carbonyl group is present in the form of aldehyde, not as a ketone, not as a carboxylic acid, not as an amide, not as an ester. हमने previous point में क्या कहा? सारे ग्रुप हो सकते हैं जिनके अंदर aldehyde है, तो अब कार्बोनिल ग्रुप है, तो अब हमें प्रूव क्या करना है कि ये कार्बोनिल ग्रुप aldehyde के फॉर्म में है. क्या प्रूव करना है? As an aldehyde, right? Which are the tests? Again in the chapter number 12, Tollens test, Fehling test are given by aldehydes, not by ketones, not by carboxylic, not by ester, neither by amide. This particular test are given by whom? Only aldehyde, CHO group. Tollens test, Fehling test are given by only aldehyde. So particularly what we will do it is Ag NH3 twice OH. This is your Tollens reagent. Right? What it will do? It will convert this CHO group into COOH. oxidation. This tolerance reagent was weak oxidizing agents, which only makes the reaction of aldehyde to be converted into carboxylic acid. So it gives the tolerance test. It gives the Fehling test. Right? When it is reacted with Fehling A and Fehling B, this compound gives us red precipitate. Right? Whenever you are coming for the lab and whenever as a functional group of the organic compound you are confirming that it's contain aldehyde, it will become compulsory for you to produce silvamira as well as or red precipitate. Okay, so both the tests you will have to do it, and whenever it is going to be given to you for your practicals, particularly not all the aldehydes won't be given to you, specifically only either of the two of them will be given to you. One is benzaldehyde, one is glucose. Either of it will be given to you. Glucose will be in the form of solid and benzaldehyde will be given to you in the form of liquid. Benzaldehyde liquid होगा, glucose solid होगा. आपको एग्जाम में वो लोग कौन सा देंगे पता नहीं है, ठीक है, लेकिन अगर लिक्विड है तो उसका ऑर्डर आपको हेल्प करेगा. बिटरॉल लाइट येलो कलर्स लिक्विड, बेंजालिएट कैसा होता है लाइट येलो, ठीक है. जबकि ग्लूकोज देंगे तो कैसा होगा वाइट पाउडर. वो तो ग्लूकोन डी आप सबने यूज किया हुआ है पूरा भरपूर, है कि नहीं. तो सेम ग्लूकोन डी लेकिन खाना नहीं, ये कॉमर्शियल है, वो ईटेबल है, दोनों में डिफरेंस है, ठीक है. इसलिए लैब में ग्लूकोज मिल गया चलो खा लेते हैं, ऐसा नहीं करना. राइट. So that is your third point that proves that it is containing specifically aldehyde because it gives only tolerance and Fehling test. Gives a positive test for it. So that confirms that it contains aldehyde. Okay. Next we are having the fourth point. See, I am going it from top to bottom for the structure of the glucose. पहले linear chain prove कर दी. अब हमने पहला ही कार्बन ले लिया. फर्स्ट कार्बन है कि नहीं, फर्स्ट है कि फिफ्थ है, सिक्स्थ कार्बन, फर्स्ट कार्बन है कि सिक्स्थ है. श्योर. Why you told that it's a first? Because I wrote it first. Okay, I'm changing the structure. अब तो लास्ट हो गया ना. क्यों? I want the reason. I know it that it's always first. Reactivity of CHO group is more than OH or other functional groups. So carbon should be numbered in such a way that it should get a least number. And as per the nomenclature rules, CHO, COOH, CONH2 always first. Right? Okay. So now I'm going from first carbon. Now I want to go it for first carbon is already been proved. Carbonyl as well as aldehyde. Now I want to go it for second to sixth at a time. Right? I want to go it only for second carbon. It contains OH as a functional group. But while I am doing that test, what happens? All the 5 are giving me a test because all the 5 carbons are containing OH group in it. Okay, so that point particularly we are going to put it as it contains 5 OH group. Prove that glucose contains 5 OH groups. Okay, how to prove it? So for that case, acylation reaction is done. When you are having it as an OH group and it is reacted with RCOCl, when you are having it as an OH group, that means any alcohol. If you remember it in the chapter number 11 and 12, both alcohol, when it's reacted with RCOCl, RCO twice O, or RCOOH, any of it, it gets converted into ester. It gets converted into ester. Right? We wrote it in our Chapter of alcohol, the chemical property of an alcohol. ROH reacts with RCOOH. Which some of the students were trying to do it today in the lab. H2SO4. It gets converted into RCOOR. Ester. Right? So this particular reaction of an acid plus alcohol, esterification. So what we are using it as an esterification, right? But particularly for these aldehyde group already present with it, I want to prove that it's an OH. So what the word I am using it is, I am not going to use carboxylic acid. I am going to use acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. Acetyl chloride or acetic anhydride. This particular reaction is named as acylation. Friedel-Crafts alkylation, acylation याद हो तो करते थे, वही acylation reaction कर रहे हैं. और acylation reaction में क्या होगा? OH से OCOR. So what happened? If you are having one OH group, I need 1 mole of RCOCl. एक OH ग्रुप हो तो कितने RCOCl रिएक्ट करेंगे? 1 मोल RCOCl रिएक्ट करेंगे. 1 mole of glucose was taken and 5 moles of RCOCl were required. During the reaction, 1 mole of glucose was taken, but 5 moles of acetyl chloride were required, which produced penta-acetyl derivative of the component. It is considered as an penta-acetyl derivative. Right? 5 acylation molecules are being used. So that helped me to prove that they are having 5 OH groups. Is it clear? यही पर्टिकुलर रिएक्शन, यानी एग्जाम में अगर आप लोग को कोई रीजन पूछते हैं तो सिर्फ आंसर लिख के छोड़ नहीं देना, रिएक्शन लिखना कंपलसरी है. ठीक है? सर बोर्ड पे कहाँ है? ऐसे नहीं बोलना. सर ने बोर्ड पे ड्रॉ कर दिया है, वो आपको याद होना चाहिए. और रिएक्शन केमिस्ट्री का पेपर लिखो तब मैक्सिमम याद रखना, रिएक्शंस आर मस्ट. जितने हो सके उसमें रिएक्शन लिखो. ऑर्गेनिक में बैलेंस करने की जरूरत नहीं है, लेकिन इनऑर्गेनिक में बैलेंस करना कंपलसरी है. सारे प्रोडक्ट्स राइट होंगे फिर भी लॉन्ग कर देंगे, वो बैलेंस नहीं हुआ तो रिएक्शन. इनऑर्गेनिक में, ऑर्गेनिक में चलेगा. ठीक है? Is it clear? You can see in your book also. We have not balanced it by writing 5 RCOCl. Right? They have written only RCOCl, and they have written it in the theory that 5 moles of it are required to produce penta-acetyl derivative that produces 5 OH ester groups, 5 OCOR groups. Okay, but now again the second question arises from it. If 5 OH groups are there, as per the rule, single carbon can't hold 2 OH groups. कल भी उसके बारे में डिस्कस किया था हमने. A single carbon cannot hold 2 OH groups. What will happen? If single carbon is having 2 OH group, what will do? They both will react and remove H2O, and it will get converted itself into carbonyl group. वो खुद को क्या कर लेगा? कार्बोनिल ग्रुप में कन्वर्ट कर देगा. तो यहाँ पे 5 OH है, तो 5 OH कहाँ होंगे? तो 5 कार्बन बचे थे, हर एक कार्बन पे एक होगा, तभी पॉसिबल है. राइट? तो हमें अब प्रूव करना है कि हर एक कार्बन पे एक OH ग्रुप है. क्या प्रूव करना है? हर एक कार्बन पे एक OH. राइट? बट दैट मीन्स the last carbon contains 1 primary OH, rest 4 will be secondary OH. 1 will be primary and rest 4 will be secondary, because when we are drawing the structure, these 4 are going to become secondary, and the last one we are going to get it as a primary. Okay, so we want to prove that it contains 1 primary OH and 4 secondary OH. So for that case, what is the reaction that we are going to have it? Going it for oxidation. If you remember again from the chapter number 11, oxidation of an alcohol. Primary alcohol gets converted into aldehydes and further oxidation acid without a change in number of carbon atoms. If it is a primary, no change in number of carbon atoms. But if you are having secondary, the carbon chain breaks itself. It produces ketone and ketone is divided into two parts. Right? The chains are broken. Mixture of two carboxylic acids will be produced. याद है कि बोल गए हो? मुझे रिएक्शन लिखना पड़ेगा पहले अल्डिहाइड कीटोन का याद करवाने के लिए कि चलेगा? नहीं याद है? Okay, let's do it first of all that one. When you are having any aldehyde, I'm taking it as an example of ethanol. When it is reacted with KMNO4, it gets converted into carboxylic acid, COOH. How many number of carbons are there? 2. How many are there? 2. No change in number of carbon atoms. Right? If you take it as even a bigger carbon chain, then also it won't make any disturbance. The number of the carbon chains are going to remain as it is. Right? If we are taking it as a glucose, for that also we saw it as a reaction. On oxidation, it gets converted into COOH. But it did not disturb any carbon chain. Carbon chain remain, that is it. So aldehyde on oxidation produces carboxylic acid without change in number of carbon atoms. But how these aldehydes are produced? Then for that case, we can say that if you are having primary OH, primary alcohol with K2Cr2O7 H2SO4, K2Cr27 H2SO4 or pyridinium chromide chloride PCC, right? आपकी टेक्स्ट बुक में नाम क्या लिखा है? PCC, that is pyridinium chromide chloride. Okay, or with K2Cr27 or N2Cr27, any of it, dichromate, any dichromate, it will convert primary alcohol into aldehyde. Okay, and aldehyde will convert itself into acids. Okay, in place of that, if I am having it as a secondary OH, I am having secondary OH. Right? What will happen? I am reacting it with the same K2Cr2O7. What will be the product I will be getting it? Secondary alcohol produces ketone. Primary produced aldehyde, secondary produced ketone. Okay, and when this ketone is taken it for oxidation with KMNO4, what will happen? Aldehyde produce carboxylic acid. Right? What will ketone do? From the component, and at that time what will happen? Breaking the chain, it will be having it as a 2 different moles. Whatever the number of carbon atoms are there, so